Are you ready for your mind to be blown? Wrap your head around this really quick. People pop out of people. Like those toys that you used to play with when you were little, you metaphorically popped out of one of those. How fucking weird is that? Like you crawled out of a human that at one point you were one with. But before you were one with her, you were one with your father. But where were you before that? Like, where did you really come from? Well, that's the mystery. Some people may say that God created you. That's what I thought when I was little. And who am I to say that that's how it's done or not done? I'm not God. Or am I? That's the question that I asked myself when I came across one of the wisest readings of all time, written by an author by the name of Alan Watts. Listen carefully. There is never a time when the world began, because it goes round and round like a circle, and there is no place on a circle where it begins. Look at my watch, which tells the time. It goes around, and so the world repeats itself again and again. But just as the hour hand of the watch goes up to 12 and down to 6, so too there is day and night, waking and sleeping, living and dying, summer and winter. You can't have any one of these without the other, because you wouldn't be able to know what black is without white, or white unless side by side with black. It's like your breath. It goes in and out, in and out, and if you try to hold it in all the time, you feel terrible. It's also like a game of hide and seek, because it's always fun to find new ways of hiding and to seek for someone who doesn't always hide in the same place. God also likes to play hide and seek, but because there's nothing outside of God, he has no one to play hide and seek with but himself. But he gets over this difficulty by pretending that he is not himself. This is his way of hiding from himself. He pretends that he is you and I and all of the people in the world, all the animals, all the plants, all the rocks, and all the stars. In this way, he has strange and wonderful adventures, some of which are terrible and frightening. But these are just like bad dreams. And when he wakes, they will disappear. Now, when God plays hide and seek and pretends that he is you and I, he does it so well that it takes him a long time to remember where and how he hid himself. But that's the whole fun of it, just what he wanted to do. He doesn't want to find himself too quickly, for that would spoil the game. That is why it is so difficult for you and me to find out that we are God in disguise, pretending not to be himself. But when the game has gone on long enough, all of us will wake up, stop pretending, and remember that we are all one single self, the God who is all that there is, and who lives forever and ever. God is the self of the world, but you can't see God for the same reason that without a mirror, you can't see your own eyes, and you certainly can't bite your own teeth or look inside your head. Yourself is that cleverly hidden because it is God hiding.